George Moss. He's back. Give it up for BarlowGirl.
So get used to it. Okay, so, guys, there's a verse that I want to share with you. And this verse is one of my all-time favorites. And I believe that this verse is for every single person that can hear my voice right now. And the verse is 1 Peter 2:9, and I want to read it to you. And I want you guys to take this to heart because it is for you. And the verse says, "But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a people for God's own possession, that you may proclaim the excellencies of Him who has called you out of darkness into His marvelous light." Yeah. I love that verse so much. Because did you catch that first line? It says, "But you are the chosen generation." Guys, do you get that that is you? That is who you are. God has chosen each and every one of you to live now for such a time as this. And you are called to go out into this world. And you are called to change things. You are called to shake things up. You are called to make history. That is who you are. And each and every one of you has an incredible calling on your life. Something that God has put inside of you since the beginning of time. He didn't just put you on this earth for no reason, no purpose. He wasn't like, well, time to populate the earth with some more people, so here you go. He put you here for a reason, and my question for you tonight is, do you know why God created you in the first place? Do you know what your calling is? Do you know what you are destined to do in this life? Because I believe personally, what I see in every single one of you is you're called to be the next Martin Luther Kings. You are called to be the next Joan of Arcs. You're called to be the next Mother Teresa's. You're called to start movements. You're called to do something great. You're called to stand for things when no one else is standing for them. You're called to be set apart. How are we ever going to change a world that we look and act just like? You are called to do great things. You have been chosen by God Himself to do great things. But I don't know if you caught the other part in that verse. It says you are a people for God's own possession. God has to possess you first before you can go out and represent Him well. He wants to possess you. He wants to just take over your life, because you know what? There is nothing inside of us that is not worth a sacrifice for God to take over our life. Because this world has nothing to offer us compared to what God wants to offer you in your life. So what do you need to let go of in your life to let God fully possess you? What do you need to lay down at God's feet and say, God, I don't really know if this is going to help me achieve my calling. Guys, let's stop entertaining things that are below our calling. Let's stop trying to look and act just like this world. And you know what? Who cares about what everybody else thinks? I think that's what gets us most of the time. We're like, oh my gosh, everybody's going to think I am such a freak. Who cares? This world is not a popularity contest, so let's stop living like it is. Let's stop letting other people's opinion define us, and let's find out how God wants to define us in our life. And I know you're like, why is this chick screaming about me? the sacrifice stuff in my life. I don't like this. Play rock music. But I am passionate about this because I know what you can be. Because I know what a life can be when God is able to fully possess a life. You are called to change this world. Our world is in a crisis mode and you have the answer. Do you get that? Do you get that you have the answer to what this world needs? But we have to lay aside the things of this world to be fully possessed by God. Us girls have lived a life of sacrifice, but if we didn't lay everything we ever wanted at God's feet, we never would have gotten the calling that He had for us in our life. And the sacrifice is nothing compared to what He has for us girls in our life, and the same goes for you. So do you have the guts to give it up and ask God what He has for you in this life? Are you going to be brave enough? And you know what? I'm even going to do this. Do you guys have the courage tonight to ask God why He created you in the first place? Ask Him here. I believe His presence is here. I believe that God is in this place, and I believe that whatever it is that you are asking Him tonight, He will answer you. Mark my words. My God is a good God, and He will speak to you. So ask Him tonight why He created you in the first place. Ask Him how you are going to change the world, because that is who you are. So with that in mind, I'm going to teach you a little part to sing, and you guys have to sing this as loud as you possibly can. No excuses, okay? Like I said, I'm the baby of the family, so when I ask for something, I just expect to get it. So I'm going to sing They'll Remember We Were Here, and you will repeat it after me at the top of your lungs. Okay? I've got a good feeling about you. Here we go. They'll remember we were here. Your turn. They'll remember we were here. I shout one more time. They'll remember we were here. Your turn. They'll remember we were here. 'Cause we're a million strong and getting stronger still. They'll remember we were here. I want to stop for a moment. I want to stop for a moment. Keep going, girls. I don't want to move forward without doing what Lauren asked. If you want, how many of you, we've never done this way. How many of you want to know if God has something for your life? How many of you are ready to ask Him why you are here? Come on. If you've never asked Him that question, or if you've asked and never heard. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, put your hands up for me. Do me a favor right now. Just where you're at, say God. Just say it out loud, say God. Why am I here? Now close your eyes for a moment. He's going to give some of you a picture. He's going to give some of you a word, but I want you to listen for a moment. If you don't hear it, ask Him again. Just say, God, why am I here? Why was I created? And just close your eyes for a moment. He's going to tell you. He's going to tell you what piece you have to play. We're all a piece of the puzzle. And if you don't step up and take your place, history may not be able to change. Just wait on Him just for a moment. God, we wait on you. We wait on you, God. Would you release dreams and visions in this place right now? Who are we? Destiny of a generation, God. Release a new destiny of a generation, God, that will change the way things have been done. We will be the generation that stops things that are happening. We will be a generation to set a new trend in motion. Even now, God, what is our peace?
asking him. Keep asking. Ask until you hear an answer. 'Cause we're a million strong and getting stronger still. They'll remember we were here. With a million voices.